Hello and welcome to Unjustified, where we always cover the truth, the facts, the good, the bad, the ugly, on an unbiased and sometimes very unpopular opinion. Okay, this motion was actually filed on August the 17th at 10:09 a.m. And this is the motion to compel the prosecution to take DNA swabs consistent with what is described in defense expert opinion indicated in D20, or in the alternative allow the defense expert to take these DNA swabs D21. Mr. Watts, through counsel, asked that this court allow Mr. Eichenboom to take DNA swabs consistent with what is recommended in the expert opinion that was filed in D20 at the autopsies. Alternatively, Mr. Watts moves this court to order that the prosecution have an expert present at the autopsies to take the swabs consistent with what Mr. Eichenboom recommends. This DNA can be retrieved with a double swab technique. DNA scientists are familiar with this technique, and an experienced person should take these samples. In my opinion, the presence of oil will not destroy the DNA. The hands and nails of the mother should be sampled as well. After samples are taken, the nails should be cut and preserved. I have a lot of experience taking samples from dead bodies, getting good results after strangulation. The hands of the children should be sampled as well. D20 Exhibit A, Expert Opinion of Richard Eichenboom. Mr. Watts makes this request pursuant to his right to a fair trial, his right to present a defense, and his right to due process under the United States and Colorado Constitutions. Okay, this is signed off by Megan A. Ring, Colorado State Public Defender. Okay, this was denied. We know this. And the reason this was denied is because Mr. Eichenboom was discredited as far as being an expert witness. He had testified in cases before, high-profile cases even, but he had already been discredited in Colorado for being an expert witness again at any of their trials. And here is the little news clip that explains that.
We had heard the worst of it, but new details are emerging late today about the defense of Chris Watts.
And Denver 7's Jacqueline Allen has been combing through court documents. And Jacqueline, the defense now wants to use a discredited DNA expert to examine these girls' bodies?
That's right. You know, when these court documents came out today, the expert's name looked all too familiar to us. We did a series of stories on him 2 years ago. Here's what we found.
As public defenders combed the Watts family home today, they also filed these court documents indicating Chris Watts' two daughters were strangled, their bodies found in an oil well filled with crude oil. The public defenders requesting DNA evidence from the necks of the children and the hands and nails of the mother. And what caught our attention, they named this man, Richard Eichenboom, as their DNA expert.
It depends, of course, if the tape was on the body.
Known for testifying at high-profile trials, here the Casey Anthony case. But 2 years ago, in a Denver courtroom, a judge ruled Eichenboom unqualified to testify as an expert witness after he admitted no direct DNA extraction or analysis experience.
We took one look at the work that he claimed he'd done, and it meant absolutely nothing. It was not scientifically based.
While Eichenboom and his wife defended themselves to Denver 7 then,
It's just untrue. The thing is, what they do, they play a game where they try to discredit you.
they would not comment on this case. But former DA Mitch Morrissey weighed in, saying, "I would be shocked if the defense tried to use him in front of a jury after he has been discredited as an expert witness." What's clear is that even though sources tell Denver 7 Chris Watts gave a confession that led to the bodies, he does plan to mount a defense, and a tragedy that will continue to play out in court.
And the judge did deny the defense request, saying he's not going to tell the coroner how to do the investigation. Legal experts tell me this defense request is boilerplate so they can file appeals later and say mistakes were made. Reporting live, Jack.